Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree here, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Hey Bulldogs, Alex Herman here from the ACTV production house. A little bit of a setup for this different intro today, trying something new in the new year 2025. Happy to see you all here back at the rink on campus, students making their way back, classes to start this upcoming Monday. And we're going to start a new part of the season as everybody gets back to campus. The Bulldogs with a massive test today. It's an NCAA rivalry matchup against the Trine University Thunder. This is a big one for the Bulldogs, one of their most fierce rivals.
Yeah, it is one of their most fierce rivals, and this is a big game in terms of a lot of things. It's going to affect the national rankings. It's also going to affect whoever loses here because, as you mentioned, Trine's one of our most bitter rivals. We don't see him again for a couple weeks, about a month. That's a big time gap to not see your rival. If you lose today, it can leave a sour taste in your mouth.
It sure can. And we want to preface this game by saying, even though these are two NCAA teams, it is not an NCAA matchup. This is the only game that both of these teams play this weekend, so it will count towards the national rankings. It will not count towards the NCAA standings, just like last week's matchup with the Aurora University Spartans. Counted nationally, but not towards the NCAA. So let's shift our focus over to the visitors, the Thunder of Trine University. They're 12-1-1 overall. They're doing super, super strong. They're 5-0 at home, 7-1-1 away. They're first in the NCAA conference right now, top dog for sure, and they're number 5 nationally. That's a pretty good, solid hockey team.
Yeah, no, and as you mentioned, only one loss on their record right now, and it comes to St. Norbert, who's number 2 in the nation. That's nothing to shy away from. They've played great hockey all year long, had a little bit of a hiccup last week, but still came out with the victories. But that loss to St. Norbert being their only one on the card, we have to see if the Bulldogs can take it from them.
Absolutely, and it's interesting to go back to that loss against St. Norbert. It was a 2-1 loss in regulation. That's a really hard-fought hockey game. And then the next night, what happened? 4-0 win for Trine, so they shoved it right back in the face of the Green Knights of St. Norbert. So they definitely have a lot of kick in them, and that's really what the expectation is. But what you were alluding to before with another game last weekend, or it wasn't last weekend per se, but a few short weeks ago, they played against Buffalo State. Buffalo State well outside of the top 15 nationally, but the first game, a 6-5 overtime win. Yes, they did take the W, but that's a little bit closer than I'm sure the Thunder would have liked.
Yeah, much closer than the Thunder would have liked, especially when you're this caliber of team and you want to play to your level every day. Showed some cracks in their armor, and the Bulldogs are going to look to take advantage of those cracks that they've seen and jump on them early and play a full game of hockey. But looking at Trine, they have to not look at that game. They have to erase it from their memory, and they have to come into this game with a fresh start. It's 2025, new year, new them.
First time that we're seeing these two teams play together in the regular season. There was an exhibition game that didn't count towards anything earlier on in the year. Trine did take that win over in Angola, Indiana, but the last time we saw them play an actual game counting towards the rankings, it was a Bulldog victory 7-3, so I'm sure the Thunder are going to be out for revenge today.
Out for revenge, and not just a 7-3 victory. The Thunder started off hot in that game. They came out firing on all cylinders, started out 2-0, and it ended up coming down to a 5-0 comeback, unanswered goals for the Bulldogs to take the win.
Absolutely. And now we can shift our side over to the Bulldogs as we're rooting for them today. They're 11-3-0 on the season, doing pretty strong. 5-3-0 at home, 6-0 perfect away. They're 4th in the NCAA right now, which arguably is the toughest conference in all of D3 hockey, which we'll get to in a little bit. They're 7th nationally, which is not so bad as well. That win against Aurora definitely helped them out, even though they had 2 losses against them earlier on in the season. But last week, before the new year, we saw them play against Aurora University right here at home at the Arrington Ice Arena, as well as Bowdoin College. The beginning to that Aurora game, not so great. Probably one of the worst 20-minute frames that we've seen them play all season, and definitely within the last couple of years. But the response is exactly what we looked for. They were down 3-0 earlier on in the start of the second period. They came back and scored 5 straight unanswered goals to make that a 5-3 game, and then wound up sealing it 6-4 on an empty net. So things sort of to look out for the Bulldogs. They have to have a strong start here today.
Yeah, if they start the way they started against Aurora, this is going to get out of hand in a hurry because Trine doesn't want to let this game slip away. Trine understands how important this game can be, especially being ranked so close to each other, but Trine being ranked ahead. They need to get on top of the Bulldogs and not let them come back like the Bulldogs did against Aurora. And if the Bulldogs can make another comeback victory against Aurora, it's going to lead them going and keep their spirits high as they go into the rest of the season.
I'm sure the intensity will be there. And the other game that the Bulldogs played was against Bowdoin College. It was a nice 4-0 win. Everybody loves a shutout. Dershawn Stewart had an excellent game, but they had to rely on him a little bit too much. They got outshot in that game by a team who's also well outside the top 15 nationally ranked. But East Coast hockey, a little bit different from out here in the West. Some of the conferences not as strong as the teams that the Bulldogs see regularly, but they played really, really well defensively. They stayed in the game. They almost got a couple on us, but the Bulldogs ultimately came out victorious.
Well, as you mentioned, Dershawn Stewart, he's a phenomenal hockey player, and he's phenomenal in net. He doesn't give up easy shots, and that's a big key to the game, especially today, as Trine's going to look to capitalize and get easy shots to fall. If he's in net, he's going to knock those away in a hurry and get the Bulldogs running in the opposite direction.
Bulldogs have to start this game out super, super strong if they're going to find a W. We know how bitter these two teams are to one another, and it goes to show it's not just the hockey teams who dislike one another. It's the schools in general. Every single sports team, if you ask them here on campus, and I'm sure over at Trine too, they butt heads quite a lot.
Oh, yeah, definitely, and it's at every level. You know, we have hockey programs that are at the NCAA level, the ACHA level. They don't like each other. You talk football. I played football here on campus. Trine Week's the biggest week of the season. It's going to be a rivalry no matter the sport you talk about, and that's what we're walking into today, a massive rivalry game inside the Arrington Ice Arena.
Bulldogs need to start this game really, really fast, and we're going to see what's going to happen. But if we look at the history overall, the Bulldogs a little bit heavier in that category. In all-time meetings, the Bulldogs 21-2 against the Trine University Thunder. And this is a top 10 matchup nationally. I'm sure there are going to be a lot of eyes on this game. It holds a lot of weight in that ranking system, and people are going to be watching.
Not only are people going to be watching, this is going to be a massive game for the Bulldogs in particular because Trine has already played St. Norbert. The Bulldogs have St. Norbert on the schedule still. Just a couple series away. They have 2 series and then St. Norbert. This game could lead them through momentum going into that series.
All right, well, national anthem soon to come. Starting lineups will be announced at the Arrington Ice Arena. Alex Herman, Sean Whitmer, puck drop coming up. It's the Trine University Thunder and your Adrian College Bulldogs right here on ACTV.
What a better way to close out the work week with an NCAA rivalry inside the Arrington Ice Arena. It's the Trine University Thunder and your Adrian College Bulldogs. Hello, everyone. Alex Herman up here in the booth, joined alongside by Sean Whitmer. Welcome into the new year, 2025. Excited to be back at the rink, see everybody's faces on campus. Classes will start on Monday. For all of those students here at AC, excited to be back.
Yeah, it's great to be back, and it seems like the fans are excited to be back as well. First game of 2025 for the Bulldogs here in Arrington Ice Arena. Fans have showed up.
Talked about it a little bit during our new segment with our pre-recorded pre-show. Bulldogs got 2 wins to round out 2024 against another NCAA rival in Aurora University. An out-of-conference matchup against Bowdoin, but now It's the Thunder and the Bulldogs. 20 minutes up on the score clock. Puck is dropped, and we are underway from the AIA. Dogs take the opening draw. Matt Kudo will push a pass forward as it's picked off by Tyler Fox. He'll send it in for Welsh. Locked up in the right corner as we're 15 seconds in. This is Matt Kudo. Up the far side board, stretches a feet in front. It gets knocked away in front of the Thunder bench. Fox will reposition it for Sean Henry. Goes up off the boards in the neutral zone. It's still bouncing around, picked up by Josh Wright. Now we'll dish for Drew Jeffers, who's fresh on the ice. Tefelsky hunts it down. It rainbowed in the air just for a second. Now Ben Loretto tied up in the corner. Stepped on the puck with his skate blade, but back to his feet. Now there's a diagonal pass, connects with Summers. He's got speed. Works it over. Lovasek. Oh, and a great save made by Juan Ramos. Just a minute in, and he's got a nice right pad stop to show for it. On top of the circle, Thunder look to get out. Babbage repositions. Now Clark off to work it for Lovasek. Will connect it over for Loretto. Scanning is Drew Jeffers. Long extended shift for him as it's sent to the neutral zone. Now it's Jack Cooper. Taken away by Lovasek as he looks for an open receiver. Riley Murphy shielding on one hand. Gets taken out. Stick flies out of his air. We'll have to go pick it up. Now here's Saney with the shot that gets blocked in front. Nobody knows where it is. And a little Houdini magic. I think this is going to get caught in the pant leg of Kyle DeMarco. But our first whistle of the game, 18:20, left here in the first period.
DeMarco does a good job there getting his shin in front to eat that shot up, not allowing it to get to Juan Ramos. Ended up leading to a dead puck as we have to have a face-off.
Juan Ramos comes into this game 5-1 on the season. He's got 3 shutouts to show, a 1.15 goals against average, and a .949 save percentage. Those are some pretty good numbers for the Thunder netminder. As the Bulldogs take an offensive zone draw, here's Murphy cutting towards the middle. No shot for him yet. Slides a backhand for Jacob. There's a quick shot. Juan Ramos taken out in the process. Made a stick save before he fell to his backside. Bulldogs out to a fast start, and this is what we looked for from this team. Have had some trouble getting going in a couple of the games earlier on in this season, and 2 good shots already. Juan Ramos, backhand pass, goes around the boards. Collected by Marquette. Bounced off the end wall. Nienhaus with a nice reversal on Sam Antonucci. He's taken out. Antonucci is going to head to the penalty box. 2 minutes for tripping, as it was right in front of head official Bill Jones. See the bounce pass right here. Nienhaus with a nice reversal, and Antonucci up and in, cannot do that. 2 minutes on the clock now for the Bulldogs with some 5-on-4 time. Had a really, really successful power play campaign just about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, like you said, just about 2 weeks ago, they went in 2 games, they went 5 for 9, and they're going to look to continue success here today.
Skate into this game last time we saw them, their power play percentage was at a nice, I believe it was either 22 or 23%. It is improved now to 28.3, which is pretty impressive. On the other side, the Trine penalty kill operating at a 91.4% conversion rate. So both the special team units looking strong here. Well, rather, it looks like both sides got a penalty. As I was looking at my notes, it's 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes, so no power play at all. I'll eat my words on that one. Sean Henry redistributes. Now it's Josh Wright. Throws a long pass all the way down the ice. Jack Cooper not in time, but forces the icing to be waved off. Off the blue line, intercepted. Loretto, there's a shot from the circle. Shrugging is Dershawn Stewart, and he'll get his first feel on the puck. 17:07 left to go in the first.
That's what we mentioned in the pre-show. Dershawn Stewart, he stops the easy ones. If an easy shot is shot at him, he's going to knock that one away. And that was an easy shot for Dershawn Stewart with all the shots that he's seen in his career. He's going to save that one every time.
Dershawn this season 10-3, his overall record, 1 shutout to show for it. That was against Bowdoin College right before New Year's. 245 goals against average and a 923 save percentage. Has been the bread and butter for this Bulldog squad all season. Here's Patrick Saney with some wheels, cuts it up, backhand shot, sticked away by Juan Ramos, out of play, and we'll take another whistle. Number 7, Adrian College, and number 5, Trine University, right here on ACTV on a nice snowy Friday evening from beautiful Adrian, Michigan.
They announced the penalty there while you were in mid-call. It seems that Adrian's Nienhuis also got hit with a tripping at the same time.
Matching calls on both sides leaves us 4-on-4. 55 seconds have ticked off of that time, and now a minute and 2 left over. Looks like some after whistle activities, and now the Thunder are going to be called with a penalty. I think Dershawn Stewart got poked after the whistle as he was covering up. Roughing is the decision for Mark DeRogers. So now instead of 5-on-4, which I thought we were going to get before, we'll get 4-on-3, which you don't typically see. But 16:36 left to go here in the first. And we'll get some power play time for the Bulldogs. Brad Summers will step in, facing off with Tyler Fox. And they're going to throw Summers out. Amsball will replace him. Shoves it off the circle, whipped around the boards by Henry. This will clear the zone over the blue line. David Clark to retrieve it. In between the hash marks, shifts into gear, now moving up the middle. Clark pulls up, scrapes the blue line off for Summers, gives it right back. Has Amsball on the left. He'll dish to him. Amsball top of the left circle. Back for Clark. Steps in, fakes the shot. Now Summers. Amsball wide open to Summers. Open net, and it was blocked with his backside turned to the play. Tyler Fox had no idea where the puck was, but miraculously makes a block as the yawning cage was wide open. That's one the Bulldogs are going to kick themselves in the shins over. Here's Summers to Clark, back for Amsball, walks in, over for Murphy, scores! Riley Murphy on the power play. Seal broken, 1-0 Dogs.
That's a phenomenal goal for the Bulldogs as they almost run a 3-man weave in sorts. Amsball passes over to Murphy. Amsball is going to add another assist to his total, and Murphy's going to bury that one home for his third goal on the season.
Ian Amsball will pick up his 16th assist for 24 points on the 24-25 campaign. And open net for the second time, no doubt about it. Bulldogs not going to let that slip for a second time. Clark waited as he was trying to enter the zone. Murphy was over the blue line. They call it for offsides. And you can't draw up a better passing play from the Dogs than that. Just crisp, tape to tape. Exactly how you draw it up in practice. And they have the 1-0 lead. Neutral zone draw. Connor May can't win it. Here go the Thunder. They work it to the slot. Stewart had to play it off his backhand. Shot from the top of the circle. Redirected aside. Don't know if Stewart got a piece of it. There's a hard crunching hit on Connor May. Laying the body down was Fernestow. Here's some speed from Julian Jacob. Makes his way through, has help with Connor May in front. They push it in front. And it's just angled over the crossbar. Connor May all by himself. Bulldogs generating a lot of offense to start this first 5 minutes. Here goes Sam Antonucci with wheels. Moves it over looking for Tyler Blanchard. Locked along the wall. Michael DiPietra circles the zone. It's coughed up. Bowman feathers it off for May. Bulldogs will look to get a change here. They do. Tim Organ throws it for DiPietra, who lifts it underneath the red line. Malika protecting himself as he was stepped up on by Bobby Price. Anthony Malika will wait things out as they begin the set breakout. Shifts to the left in Bowman, out of his reach as Tefelsky tried to chop it the opposite way. This will flutter to the near side right corner. Malika looks to his left shoulder, gives a pass for Bowman, quickly for Tefelsky, out of reach for him as well. Delayed offsides gives the Bulldogs time to recover. Now it's Alec Lovasek for Summers. They work it cross ice off the stick of Tefelsky. Malika blows a tire in front of the Thunder bench. Kudo had just gone on the ice, so his stick wasn't even in both hands yet. Couldn't make the play there. Back and forth ping pong hockey we go. Kudo, a turnover in front, kicked off the skate. Cage was open, but the Thunder can't capitalize. Trine looking to change to offense and find the equalizer. Lovasek tied up. Brendan Finn redirects it to the corner. Now it's Josh Wright. Still loose as playing is Brendan Hill. Again, tipped out of the way. Alec Lovasek. Skate his way up. Glove down by the paw of Josh Wright. Now Fernesta. Back behind the play, it's Ben Loretto off the boards. Ian Amsbaugh collects it, and a good pass for David Clark, who springs up. Clark from a dead angle sends a shot over the blocker shoulder of Juan Ramos. Amsbaugh's pass hit a patch of ice and popped up in the air. Clark will retrieve it, gets a hit. Stays on the ice. Amsbaugh going deep for it. So lift into midair. Amsbaugh gets it for Sorensen, who skates. Patosha faked the drop. Now Amsbaugh. Left it in the feet of Patosha. He's locked up, and they take it away from him. Alexander Babbage. They feed it to Amsbaugh again. Makes a nice move. Shut down on the entry. And good play. That's Max Marquette who lost it. Here's Luke DeVries. His shot in and out of the glove of Stewart. Picked it up but didn't hold it. They still fight for it underneath the red line. Amsbaugh trying to pitchfork it forward. Everybody tumbling around. Amsbaugh's centering feed is lifted up into the rafters, and we'll take another pause with 11:30 left to go in the first. Not a lot of whistles so far to start this first frame.
No, there really hasn't been, and that was a good 6.5 minutes or so of nonstop action and a lot of physicality being shown by both squads. Trine seems to be the one initiating as of right now.
Offensive zone draw for the Thunder. They work it free. There's a shot from an angle, just goes wide. Carter Reel looking to cash in. Patrick Saney swoops in. Juts to the left, and now it's free for Tyler Fox. Julian Jacob recovering nicely. Shields off some pressure. Carter Reel takes a bump as Josh Wright will go to get it, leaving space and time for Brendan Hill. Along the board, soccer kick from Patrick Saney as it's free, and a takedown. Max Marquette gets some stick taps from the bench. Back towards the blue, heading up ice, Brendan Finn. A soft dump over the stick as Kudo will whip it around the boards. Hit from behind on Saney, though he had the puck, so no call really to make. No icing as the Bulldogs can change. There's some speed from Henry. Gets shut down by Trune. Good play from him. Connor May looking to feed Vellucci. Right behind him is Trune. Connor May with a reversal. Loretto pitches for Vellucci. Banks it off the glass and back down. Juan Ramos And this is something that we're going to see a lot in this game. Juan Ramos, a very active goaltender when it comes to playing the puck. Even watching him in warm-ups, you don't see goalies shooting a lot, and he was doing that quite a bit, so expect to see him out of the blue paint from time to time during this game. We've already seen it a number of times as well. Fake from Babbage, finally lets it pass go as Tyler Blanchard works his way into the zone. David Clark shoves him down. Clark with some good wheels, looking for the right pass, plays it behind him for Loretto on the backhand. Loretto in a danger area in the slot will get a pass right back. Has Summers on the wing, Lovasek in the middle, and the Bulldogs called for offsides just barely over the line. So we'll take the draw in the neutral zone, 9:22 remaining in the first period.
While it might be the right call, that's a heartbreaker for the Bulldogs as they were passing it clean and crisp all the way up the ice, trying to make a play at the net.
Alex Herman and Sean Whitmer up here in the booth at the Arrington Ice Arena. Happy to have you all join us here on this Friday night for some nice NCAA D3 hockey. The number 7 and 5 teams nationally ranked, Adrian College and Trine University. 1-0 the score for those of you tuning in now. Riley Murphy got things going, and just like against Aurora, he also gets the first goal of the evening for the Bulldogs, and also it was a power play goal. So Murphy playing really, really strong over the last number of games, and the power play for the Bulldogs absolutely on fire right now.
As you mentioned, Murphy's been on fire as of late. That's his 4th point in the last 3 games. He is leading this Bulldogs team lately.
Summers plays this off the face-off. Bowman will look to keep it in. Shovels a backhand in front, play down, wires it around. A stick save made by Juan Ramos. Summers repositioning. Lovasek with a shot again. A pad save by Juan Ramos. Bulldogs with high-quality chances. There's a takedown on Bobby Price, the captain of the Thunder squad. That's just hard-nosed defensive positioning. Marquette moves this over for Brendan Hill. Now it's Marquette once again. Rips a shot, blocked off the shin pad of Jacob. Don't know if he meant to get in the way or not. Now it's in front. Whistled wide, just barely of the glove of Stewart. More traffic in front. Thunder looking for a goal of their own. Jacob up the ice. Almost too many men if they weren't paying attention. Kyle Watson, or rather that was Brendan Hill who was getting to the bench. Bowman hugging his opposer and Brendan Finn as they blow the whistle. 8:09 remaining in the first period. Still a 1-0 score for the Bulldogs. Skate into this game 11-3 on the season. The Thunder 12-1. Both have extremely solid records this year. There's a shot from the circle, blocked there for Stena. His wrister doesn't go. Now it's Sorensen. Puck is controlled by Matt Kudo. Up the ice for Sorensen, misplayed it. And a whistle there. I don't know if it was offsides or a high stick. But the faceoff will be taken in the offensive zone for the Bulldogs, so a good chance for them to try and set up in the O zone. It's Patosha who will go face-to-face with Babbage. Patosha ties up the draw. Nobody can kick it free. Ultimately, it's Vardy who will take it away. Tipped out of midair by Patosha. Couldn't hold on to it. Around the boards it goes. Kudo takes a hard hit, but shoves it off. Now it's Patosha, the speedster for the Bulldogs. Working his way through. Shut down there. Amsball comes to pick up. Faked it there. Was hoping Malika would take it, but some miscommunication. Anthony Malika for Patosha. He'll cross over on sides. Goes rink wide for Amsball. Bounced it off his shoulder. takes a hit in the corner. 7:11 left to go in the first. It's lost in zone for Jeffers as he'll make his approach. Coughed it up. Now it's David Clark. Has Murphy with him. Here's Clark to the net. In front. They put it on the pads, and Juan Ramos made a save. Looked like there was almost going to be a rebound, so wasn't sure what to call there. But another good save by Christian Juan Ramos. Ben Loretto with a feed to Saney. Saney in, a great move, and they fanned on it. And Juan Ramos comes up with a save in the glove. Man, Saney was right there on the breakaway, but lost it.
It's a phenomenal job by the Bulldogs getting good offensive opportunity, breakaway opportunity for Saney. He fans, and it's a cleanup chance, but unfortunately, Ninehouse is unable to come through with it.
One too many moves for David Clark. Was chopping up onions in the slot. I thought he was just going to go backhand and try and roof it, but is denied ultimately by Juan Ramos. Nienhuis will set up shop, bring it around the boards. Murphy looking for open space, elects to put it in the near side corner. That's Saney who's tied up. Nienhuis tries to forward after it. This is kept in by a nice glove play at the blue line by Julian Jacob. Murphy will swap with Theo Trine as he's fresh out to the surface. Julian Jacob stepping off the blue line to try and generate some offense. In tight shot, redirected by Nienhuis, covered by the glove of Juan Ramos.
And Trine's not going to let Nienhuis sit in front of the net and just poke at their goalie, talk to their netminder. They're going to get him out of there in a hurry, and they're protecting their netminder. That's exactly what you need to do if you're trying.
Ryan Vellucci, number 9. Alexander Babich, also number 9. Vellucci will be sent out, so now it's 9 versus 18. Connor May is the replacement. So go around the boards. Saucer pass off the back of Vellucci. Didn't know where it was. He was angling off his man. May waiting out a pass for Vellucci. Doesn't connect with his stick blade. 5:37 left to go here in the first period. Bulldogs up 1-0 so far. Off the boards a pass. Loretto was hoping somebody was up ice waiting to catch it, but nobody there, so Bulldogs will have to try again, but here come the Thunder. Skating is DiPietra. A pass for Blanchard. Along the wing, Blanchard opens up. There's a backhand pass. Skitters wide. David Clark puts on the brakes. Looks to start things off. Now it's Loretto. Stopping and starting. Loretto back for Clark. It's tipped away. Summers, not enough force on his backhand pass, but it does get through. Linesman got in the way for a second. Blue and white sweaters coming together along the boards. And it looks like it tipped off of somebody, so we'll get a whistle in the offensive zone. Stay connected with all the action following at Adrian College TV on social media, from game highlights to campus events. We've got you covered. Don't miss a moment. Follow Adrian College TV today. So we get our neutral zone draw with 4:43 left to go in the first period. Matt Kudo throws one on net. Juan Ramos pushes it aside with his right pad. Malika had to go backwards to go forwards to Felski. Couple of quick strides. Tyler Fox handling this rush, 7-on-7. Malika takes him down. This is going to be a penalty called, I believe, against the Bulldogs as Juan Ramos off to the bench, and a holding call against Anthony Malika as he'll head to the box, and the Thunder will get their first power play chance of the day.
That's a little bit of a sloppy play there by Malika to get in and just get too tight, start grabbing, start reaching. He's going to go to the sin bin for it, and we're going to see if we can have our second power play goal of the game to draw us even.
It's interesting, too, because I saw the play more of just an innocent bump along the wall, but the officials seeing otherwise. There's a loose puck, and they score. The Thunder even it up 4 seconds on the power play, and we're tied at 1.
Just straight off the power play, it's a great job by Trine winning such a crucial power play, launching that one in there, and off the rebound in the crease, it gets buried home.
Dershawn Stewart couldn't control the rebound, bounced off an awkward place off his shoulder, and the Thunder, no doubt about that one, 1-1 with 4:09 remaining in the first. Amsball pulls up on the puck. Sorensen will chase after it. Sean Henry skating with it. Off the glass. It's back for Julian Jacob. Hopped over his stick for a second. Errant pass there. Sorensen, a nice backhander for Will Bowman. Has to go up and over the body of Alexander Babbage. 9-3 the shots in favor of Adrian College. Both teams with 1 goal to show. Good play by Will Bowman along the dasher. Was able to poke it free and keep the hunt going. With force is Blanchard. Dumps it into the right corner. Bowman cuts back. Waiting and now dishes for Patosha. Back to Bowman. There's Ryan Patosha through the middle. Off the back heel of Ryder Nienhaus. Gets it free for a second, ultimately picked up by Bobby Price. He'll skate down Main Street. Couple of nice moves, shut down quickly. Good play by Riley Murphy to take it away. This goes around 2 bodies. Saney can't get there in time. Loretto up for Murphy, who takes a shoulder. Riley Murphy, of course, with the first goal for the Bulldogs today on the power play. There's a shot in front, stick to side by Wong Ramos and into the netting.
That goal for Trine was originally accredited to Sean Henry, but it has since been switched over and given to Josh Wright with an assist to Sean Henry.
Sean Henry, of course, leading the team in points for Trine. That's his 6th assist of the season for 12 points. And Josh Wright, his 4th goal of the season now for 8 points. Here go the Thunder again. It's Marquette. Angled towards the outside. Spun low for Brendan Hill. Can't come up with it, and Dershawn Stewart will pick that up with his blocker and gets the whistle. 2:20 left to go in the first. I feel like the Bulldogs have started this game off really, really strong, and the Thunder just staying in it for the most part thus far. And these games, as we know, always very hard-played hockey games, just because of the intensity of the rivalry.
And it's a local rivalry in the sense of the college landscape. These two schools are nearby each other enough that they see each other often, and they play hard every time they do.
Trine coming from Angola, Indiana. You might think, well, that's 2 different states, though it is not too far apart, just about an hour and change away from one another. These 2 teams, typically their series are home-and-home games. One played over at the Thunder Ice Arena and one right here at the Arrington Ice Arena. Nakudo with a nice big hit in open ice on Antonucci. As the boys on the bench love that one. Long stretch pass is touched up. They wave it off as it was deflected. Theo Trune will chase after. Now it's Blanchard. Cutting towards the middle, drops off for Antonucci. Here's a shot from the outside, scooped up by Stewart. He'll hold on with 1:26 left to go here in the first period. 1-1 hockey game right here on ACTV. Alex Herman and Sean Whitmer. Happy to have you all join us here this Friday evening.
if we go solely off how this game has felt, it's felt like the Bulldogs should be all over this, in the lead and controlling the game, but we're sitting tied.
To your point, 1-1, the score up on the scoreboard, and the shot differential still large, 11-4 now in favor of Adrian College. There's a coughed up play. Stewart might have gotten a piece of it off the pad. There's a flip for Lovasek. Had to glove it down at first, and too hot to handle for him as it's turned over. Steno was offsides with exactly 60 seconds remaining here in this opening frame. Still 1-1 for those of you joining us now.
Momentum has really shifted in favor of Trine since that goal. They got that goal with 2 shots on goal. They're now sitting at 5 as they are just rifling shots away.
This is where the Bulldogs can't back down. In some other instances they have this season. It'll be really important for them just to keep their foot on the pedal as there's a shot from the point. Deflected wide, they score! Through the 5-hole of Stewart, Tyler Blanchard found an opening, and with under a minute left to go in the first, the Thunder get their first lead of the evening.
It's a great job for Trine there, going straight from that right point, firing it in and off the deflection again. This is how they scored their first one. Squeezes through and finds its way in.
That's just a miscommunication in the defensive zone for the Bulldogs. You saw Tyler Blanchard was all alone, undefended, and it just barely slips through Dershawn Stewart. So not a whole lot of time left in the first. Here's a chance, maybe with a couple of seconds left. Not able to get a shot off. So go off the glass and down. Likely no icing. And I take it back. David Clark with some good wheels to hustle his way back the other way. 20 seconds left in the first period.
That previous goal was scored by Tyler Blanchard. As you mentioned, that's his 4th goal on the season, only his 7th point.
See if the Bulldogs can find one late here in this first period. David Clark to Loretto. They work it wide. Murphy off his blade. Opens up. Skating his way around. Still no options. Cuts to the middle. It's repositioned to the corner. 6 seconds left. The Thunder pick it up. They angle it to the wall. Out of the zone. Clark keeps it in. A shot. It's right there, but time will expire as the horn sounds, signaling the end of the first period. And that's a tough way to end the first 20 minutes in regulation. Bulldogs were really dominating that period. They had the shots in their favor, not so much anymore, and their lead lost as well. They went up 1-0, and 2 straight goals by the Thunder leaves us at a 2-1 game. What did you see after 20, Sean?
It's like you said, Adrian was all over trying to start the game. A lot of physicality to break up that momentum and almost even out momentum in a way after Adrian scored their first goal, which allowed Trine to swing momentum back in their way when they scored, and now they're all over the Bulldogs.
Riley Murphy got things started at 4:13 in the first period on the power play. Josh Wright, 15:51 on the power play, made things 1-1, and just recently at 19:17, Tyler Blanchard gets the goal to give the Thunder the lead as we sit at a 2-1 game, skating into the second period. 20 minutes gone, 40 more still to go from the Arrington Ice Arena. Alex Herman, Sean Whitmer up here in the booth. We'll take a step aside just for a bit as we'll return with second period coverage. After the break, you're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics, brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years. Never experienced before you arrived today and never replicated after you graduate.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You have earned the right to be here through endless nights of studying, testing, writing, and dedication to learning. The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences, and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Now, as you face the world outside this academic haven, the concept of courage must not be left behind in your textbooks. It should be as alive in you today as your ambition to change the world for the better.
We were all born to be a Bulldog. Life drew us to this school, these people, and this tiny town. You were meant to be here to make a difference and to grow within yourself for the better. But what does it mean to truly be a Bulldog? Well, to scratch the surface, the students of Adrian College are anything but ordinary. The pride, grit, perseverance, and passion is absolutely unmatched. Good luck and congratulations, class of 2024. And know that today is yet another Bulldog victory.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Welcome back inside the Arrington Ice Arena. 20 minutes gone in this NCHA showdown. It's the Trine University Thunder and the Adrian College Bulldogs. Alex Herman, Sean Whitmer back up here in the booth. Happy to have everybody rejoin us right here on ACTV. 2-1 the score after 20 minutes for those of you just tuning in. Let's take a look at some of the stats after that first period.
The stats are on your screen as you see, and the shots on goal is really the biggest discrepancy so far. Outside of the last minute and a half to 2 minutes, Adrian was dominating in shots on goal. Trine stepped it up and they started firing some shots home because they need to start getting shots on Dershawn Stewart if they want him to make mistakes. He's made a couple mistakes so far, lost 2 rebounds that led to goals. We have 11 saves for Trine and 5 for the Bulldogs. They're tied on power plays. Face-off wins in favor of Trine, and penalty minutes, they're tied up.
Power plays, both 1 for 1 so far. Riley Murphy got a tally on the Bulldogs' first power play, and Josh Wright the other for Trine. So everybody will regather up at center ice. We'll get 20 minutes back on the score clock. Whistle blown. Patosha shoving around just a little bit with Tyler Fox. And play will resume here at the Arrington Ice Arena. Well, it seems like physicality starting to pick up. Only 9 seconds in, a couple of big shoves there between Fox and Petosha. And here's a quick rush up ice by Sean Henry. Henry with a back step, and the Thunder offside, so we'll get our first whistle in. Take this draw in the neutral zone, nearing Dershawn Stewart. Tied up right there on the circle, stepping in. Kyle DeMarco fires it in deep. Kudo off the yellow kick plate. Now Anthony Malika looking up ice. There's no icing on the play as it's waved off. Juan Ramos swings it around the boards. Does not get out yet. Ultimately it does. Loretto, the last man back, being chased by Logan Verstena. So go off the boards. Now it's Ian Amsbaugh. One-on-one with DeMarco. Blake Tierney lost it on the blue line. Angled forward for Amsbaugh. Amsbaugh's in, looking for a shot. No space for him there. This has worked. Took a deflection. It was intended for David Clark, but didn't settle that way. Summers trying to take it. Tefelsky steps in. There's a little chop to Michael DiPietra. Off the boards and deep, David Clark. Swings it high for Tefelsky again. Angled off of the skate blade in the process. Bulldogs just trying to make some clean passes here. Puck bouncing around. Summers glued to it. Now Tefelsky for Bowman. Here's Julian Jacob. Right circle, his shot blocked by the shin pad of Antonucci. Jacob muscled off possession. Will Bowman goes D to D with Tefelsky. Here's a streaking Summers is up ice. Trying to look for himself. Lemvardi chases him down. Cutting move by Marquette. Wires one on, but well wide. Skating around the zone, cycling is Finn. There's a shot from the point. Bounced off of something in front. Julian Jacob to pick up and start the rush. Floated out. Oh, and there's a big hit on the blue line. Absolutely flattened was Frank Tefelsky. Looks back, was hoping to get a call. And interference now will go against Trine. We'll see it here. Sean Henry will go to the box.
That's a good call by the far side official. It wasn't the near side official that made that call, even though it happened in his lap. It was the official on the other side of the ice that actually made the call officially and sends him to the box for interference.
Bulldogs already 1 for 1 today on the power play, looking to add another goal to their special team percentage. And one to tie this game up at 2 apiece. Ian Amsbaugh slowly skating around. Drops for David Clark. Mishandled for a second, but recovers. Throws it on net. Awkwardly having to play it was Juan Ramos, but did it. And there's a turnover on the blue line. Off to the races. Here's Babbage on a breakaway. He's in, and a great back check from David Clark. Skated all the way from the other end to cancel that out. And there's another steal from Babbage, but the Bulldogs take it. Here's Clark. Play is on sides. They work it to the middle. Summers' shot is blocked in front. 45 seconds gone so far in the power play. David Clark for Summers. They lose it in traffic again. Wasn't fully kept in as Amsbaugh dumps it down. Kicks off something along the boards. Murphy to Summers. Rims it right to left, stays in. Brad Summers will leave the puck down low. 45 seconds left to go in the power play. Petosha off the bench, and they call it for a hand pass. So 16:03 remaining in the second, and there's a little extra after the whistle. Looks like Tyler Fox and Ian Amsball getting reacquainted.
I believe that was Patosha in there instead of Amsbaugh. But I want to go back to the save over on the blue line by Julian Jacob, keeping it in play. We've seen him do that a couple times this game where he doesn't rely on his skates to keep it in play. He's actually dropping down to the ice to make sure that the puck can't get past him.
Sometimes when you get those awkward bouncing, rolling pucks, you got to do a little bit extra, and you saw that with Julian Jacob, one of the veteran defensemen for this Bulldogs squad. Though being a sophomore, they rely on him quite a lot. As he sends a hard pass up for Ryder Nienhaus. Nienhaus breaks free, has Saney in the middle. Can't find the time to get a pass off. 27 seconds left in the power play. Bulldogs have had a hard time on this go-around, setting up. This has worked cross ice. Patosha with a shot, deflected in front, cleared off. It doesn't get out. Now it's pressed off the boards and will clear the blue. Patosha with a great shot in front of the net, and it was deflected, but Juan Ramos gets all the pad. Here's Julian Jacob with a little bit of time left. Works it wide. We're back to 5-on-5. Jacob lets a shot go. Tipped in front. Another one. Now it's covered up by Juan Ramos. And 2 saves in tight. See here, just as the penalty expiring, Julian Jacob from a dead angle had to get that off quickly and was able to do it. And Juan Ramos, again, standing tall, has seen 14 shots so far for just about 25 minutes of play. Has saved 13. Matt Kudo goes rink wide for Loretto. There's a shot. Again, kick saved by Juan Ramos. Looking cool, calm, and collected in the blue paint. Drew Jeffers pulls up, looks to the wall, and Fox. Bulldogs keep it in. Spun aside by Juan Ramos. And this will clear the zone. Here come the Thunder. Loretto is able to chop it free. Trine with an extended body check. Stewart will play it on the forehand to Kudo, who couldn't handle it in between his feet. And now a good takeaway by Loretto. Loretto to Vellucci. Sean Henry looks to make a play. Brendan Finn goes around. Bowman to pick up the dump in. Couple of substitutions from both benches. Almost a 2-on-1 situation. Summers drops it back for Lovasek. He takes a shot, does not get through traffic. The zone was clogged up. David Clark has to play it loose. Now it's Summers who's got some room. Here's Brad Summers along the right wall. Drops back for Tefelsky. His pass taken away. And the Thunder skate back up the ice. Here's a good move as looking to get a shot was Josh Wright, but shoved to the outside and off balance. So Clank off the boards. After it is Babbage. Bowman pushes him towards the wall. Stewart watching that into the stick, makes the save. Clark on the backhand will flip this out of the zone. Played back for Stewart. Again, needs to make a stick play. Turned it over, and he was taken out behind the red line. Patosha with some nice moves. Looks for the wraparound. Oh, just off his stick, and it doesn't go. Drew Welsh will chase it down. Stewart again to play it. Getting to him quickly. It's not releasing the pass off of the big goalie blade as quickly. And the forechecking pressure by the Thunder is definitely apparent. Here's Ian Amsball working down. No angle. Circles the zone. Official had to jump over the puck as Amsball was holding it. Again, Stewart Looking to make a play, spins on the backhand to Potosha. Around the boards it goes once more. Kudo fanned on the clear. They play it to the top of the circle. That was Finn, who was looking for a wrist shot. 2-on-1 in the corner, turns into 2-on-2. As the puck scrum kicked back into the pile. Finally jostled loose. Potosha put it right back. DDD pass, here's Henry, lets one go, blocked in front. Malika soaked it, didn't mean to. They try and stuff it there. Stewart gets his glove on top of it. Some pushing and shoving, and a whistle with 11:44 left to go in the second. The Thunder definitely playing strong defensively here in the second period, giving the Bulldogs a lot of difficulty.
They have played very strong defensively, but they've had to, as the Bulldogs have been on offense so much in this period thus far. Trine has turned it around recently, getting some shots to go on the goal, but other than that, it's been all AC so far in this second period.
Adrian College looking to turn it on to try and tie this game up 2-2. Murphy goes for Nienhuis with a burst of speed in front, bouncing, just goes wide. Good look on the rush, but didn't settle down in time. As again, it's locked up in front of the Zamboni door. Both sides trying to kick it free if they can. If they don't, I'm sure they'll blow the whistle eventually, but not needed, as there's a position to pass by Loretto. Here's Antonucci. Pulls up, works to the slot, picked away. David Clark getting a lot of ice time here today, as there's a hard hit along the boards. And this is going to draw some extra activity as well as a penalty. As we'll get the replay here.
Murphy was just trying to keep the puck in play for his teammates, spun around to pass it back, and he got absolutely laid out by two members of the Trine squad. But the one leading the blow there was for Stena.
10:58 left to go in the second. Now the third penalty taken by the Thunder, and the third power play for the Bulldogs. Couldn't convert on the last one. I'll get another try here. Murphy goes up top for Amsbaugh. Has Clark to his right, fanned on his pass, but it's recovered by Tefelsky. Amsbaugh stepping in on the circle, works it wide. Summers can't release it, and the second attempt wide of the net. Amsbaugh has pressure in front of him by Price. Not too much space for him to work. Amsbaugh steps in for Tefelsky, lets a shot go. Extended the pad was Juan Ramos. He never got a piece of it, but again off the target. Quick pass for Tefelsky, and the Bulldogs called offsides on the entry, and they don't like that from the bench.
This Bulldogs squad, since the power play started, it's only 36 seconds in, and they've just played sloppy. They've fanned on a couple passes, fanned on a couple shots. They're getting offside calls that are just a little bit too eager for themselves right now.
We'll take the neutral zone draw, and Adrian College has to stay very, very poised here as Nienhuis receives some pressure from Tim Organ. Repositioned back to the top of the blue line. Julian Jacob. Malika lets a shot go. Blocked off the outside of the netting and stays out. Potosha skates in, lets a shot go, blocked in front. The rebound was right there, but they can't stuff it. Jacob with a shot, blocked away by Juan Ramos. Potosha picks up, looking for Saney, trying to feed the one-timer, but blocked by the stick of Tierney. Again, a shot from the point, stopped by the pad of Juan Ramos, and the net is off the pegs. 39 seconds left in the power play, and another whistle.
If you're a Bulldog player here, you almost have to feel unlucky with how some of these rebounds have been bouncing so far away or to dead angles when both of Trine's goals thus far in this game have been off of rebounds that bounce directly to a player sitting right in front of the net.
And you remember early in the first period, before Riley Murphy scored the Bulldogs' first goal, they had a chance at an open cage and they couldn't put it home because there was a block in front of the net. I believe it was Tyler Fox who made that play without even realizing it. So puck luck looking to be on the side of the Thunder at this moment in time, but Adrian College trying to fight their way back in it and even the game up. Line change for the Thunder. Clark has to play it back for Amsbaugh, who springs forward. A couple of nice moves. He's in with Summers. Toe drag release shot, and it's wide. Blowing a tire there was Frank Tefelsky along the wall. Now it's David Clark, 10 seconds left. A couple of shots on this power play, but nothing finding the back of the net. Here's Amsbaugh with some slick mitts. 2 seconds and one, and back to even strength. Bulldogs are 1 for 3 on the day. Clark gave it away off the blue line. They try and fight for it, but taking it is Henry. Stretch pass all the way up for Babich, but he is offsides as the Thunder were looking for a breakaway right as they got back to 5-on-5. 8:43 remaining in the second.
The Bulldogs have to be counting their blessings there, because if that doesn't get called offsides for the Thunder, that's a 1-on-0 opportunity with not a lot the Bulldogs are able to do to stop that.
8:43 left to go here in the second period. Alex Herman, Sean Whitmer up here in the booth at the Arrington Ice Arena. Played off the dot. Thunder look to break it out. Kudo extends the stick. Lifted out, Loretto will play it high into the scoreboard and will take the face-off to the left.
It's always unfortunate when the objects hanging from the ceiling here in Arrington Ice Arena block the puck down for you. If they're not hanging there, those might lead to breakaway passes, but there's not much you can do about the furniture in the ceiling.
Ben Loretto spins it out. It will take a hop, and Trine can't control it, but Vellucci right behind him to try and help out. Off the boards, and the Thunder turn it the other way. Drew Welsh lost control of it. Playing it out is Connor May. Got hit pretty hard as he took a tumble. Delayed offside, so they couldn't force it in immediately. Kudo on the ice. That's a little bit of a slash. Trine University, some good plays here in the second period. As it's worked out for the Thunder's number 24, Lem Vandy. Loretto, not enough muscle on his backhand pass. Kudo has to go around him. DiPietro along the wall, escorts over for Antonucci. There's a pass to the top of the blue, shot, dribbles along the ice, never reaches the net. Now it's Kudo. Throws a pass for Trine as it was on edge. Stewart to play it again. Off the forehand, around the glass it goes. It'll stay in. Nice play along the line by Cooper. Vellucci off the boards for Carter Reel. Bulldogs with a lot of difficulty getting out of the zone, and Stewart decides to take the pause and play. The smart move just to get some fresh legs. 6:56 left to go here in the second period.
And this has been the story of the game so far for both squads. They get in the offensive end, and we have these long sections with no whistles, but we're also having no shots on goal in those long sections. It's just a lot of passes and a lot of blocked shots in front.
There's a shot from the top of the dot, wide to the glove of Stewart. Now up the wall, played back the other way. It's tied up by Bowman as he makes a nice play. Julian Jacob tries to laser a pass up ice. Nienhaus picks up the boots against DeMarco. Thunder wanted to call, but they're not going to get one. Will Bowman gains the red line, dumps it in. Juan Ramos way out of his net, and he'll put that into the protective netting. So that'll give us a face-off in the offensive zone. Carter Reel was taken out there by number 9, Alexander Babbage, as he was heading towards the bench. So the officials will have to step in to separate everybody. This is where the Bulldogs have to be careful. We know that these games typically get pretty feisty, and the officials not afraid to call penalties. We saw that in the Aurora game a couple of days ago and also in the Bowdoin game. Here's a tip in front. Loose scramble. Juan Ramos on his backside. Turned into a pretzel. Comes up with a big stop. Again, Adrian College doing a great job at getting pucks to the net, but when they're loose, they just can't find a way to put them home. Loretto, his shot, tipped off a blade and repositions into the netting. 5:50 remaining in the second period.
That was an incredible save by Juan Ramos, just standing on his head, doing everything he can in order to keep that puck out of the net. But as you mentioned, when it's a loose puck, the Bulldogs just aren't capitalizing on those opportunities and creating better looks for themselves.
Ian Amsbaugh swooping in off the draw. Didn't realize there was pressure behind him, and Antonucci took it away. Got to keep your head on a swivel as Malika lets a shot go. That hits the mask of Juan Ramos as his bell rung. Amsbaugh cross ice. Patosha, a slap shot, blocked in front by Drew Jeffers. Shot from long distance gets blocked. DiPietro with the attempt. Back towards the way of Stewart. Sweeps it for Malika, who took a tumble. Recovers. Has a stick up in his body. Amsbaugh is the first one there in the slot. Patosha! Oh, a good pad save by Juan Ramos. Keeps another great shot out. Bulldogs have been shooting low for a lot of this game, and when Juan Ramos sees it, he stops it. Spun around the boards. This puck picked up by Babbage. Waiting, gives it off for Stena. In deep are the Thunder. Josh Wright circles around, feeding in front, nobody there. Tyler Fox now will skate the other way. Good play by Julian Jacob to stop him from doing any more damage. Summers hit hard into the boards. Played towards the bench area. Bobby Price fighting hard for it. Now it's worked out for Summers. Off the boards looking for Tefelsky. Didn't have the right geometry to get to him. Summers shielding on one hand. Gets sent hard into the glass with a prompt thud. Sean Henry will lift it out. Ben Loretto with 3:34 remaining in the second period. Lovasek gets around. Here's Murphy with a chance looking for Summers. And a sliding play in the slot. I believe that was Drew Jeffers who got in the way. Lovasek will swap with Nienhaus as it's played through his feet. Clark tries to reach for it. Now has to skate with Brennan Hill. Clark with another takeaway. Jackknifed once more, played over the blue line. It's Tierney who goes around the cage. David Clark for Patrick Saney. Saney with a lead pass for Murphy, bounced off his stick, trying to find the home run feed. Again off the boards and down. Good steal. Played for Nienhaus. Carter Reel working hard towards it. Bounced over his blade. Now it's Malika at the right point. Hems a pass, some friendly fire. Nienhuis and Saney colliding together. Kudo has to skate quickly after it. A pickup by Tierney. Lets a shot go. Glove save by Stewart, and he'll get a whistle. 2:10 left to go in the second period.
We've talked a lot about the deflections that have happened in favor of the Thunder in this game. The easiest way to stop deflections, catch it in your mitt and sit down on it.
Kind of weird. Look at the time on the scoreboard. It's 2-10. The score is 2-1. The period is number 2. And the shots for Trine, 10 to their 2 goals. How about that? That's kind of strange. Don't see that every day. But now it's gone as time winding down here in the second. Potosha off the boards. Breakaway pass picked off. Sorensen, a couple of crossovers. And we'll throw it deep around the wall. Played towards the front. Oh, a hard reverse hit. Big body from number 24, Lem Vardy. Sorensen will chase after this. Julian Jacob, last man back. Quickly changes direction. Amsball looking for somebody to pass to. Nobody there for him. Drew Welsh goes over the line. Summers plays it through. Nice pass. Amsball looks behind him. Trying to stall for as long as he can. And look out in front of the bench area. Amsball just trying to make a line change. And Tim Organ, I think, is going to get called here. And so is Ian Amsball. So we'll play 4-on-4 for the last minute and 1 second. Both sides will get 2-minute calls going their way. Some chirping going on in the penalty box in front of us. Always friendly conversations in the sin bin. Probably just talking about their December break plans or what they did for New Year's. I'm pretty confident in that. 50 seconds left to go here in the second period. Thunder still leading 2-1. Skating over the line was Sean Henry as he's offsides. And we'll send it back to the neutral zone for another draw.
While it's not a power play, the last time we were stuck at a 4-on-4, shortly into it, the Thunder picked up another penalty, giving us a 4-on-3. We'll see if more of the same continues as the refs seem to be swallowing their whistle early, and it's living up now.
This is played back, as handling it is Josh Wright. As it's fired around the boards, Loretto jumped over his stick, but it'll play nicely for Potosha, looking for a pass to Saney. It's taken away. There's another steal, David Clark, all over the ice today. Here's Loretto, he's free with 22 seconds left underneath the red line, up for Clark. Everybody shifted to the right, back for Potosha. He lets a shot go into the chest. Juan Ramos comes up with the stop. 13.1 remaining in the second. Everybody will make changes to route out the second frame.
If this is anything like the first period ending, it ended on a Juan Ramos save. We'll see if more of the same continues. A little bit of deja vu as they're dropping right in front of him.
Riley Murphy goes up and over. 7 seconds left. Nobody can dig it free. Maybe one shot, but no. 1 second, and that's it. Horn will sound, and that was a fast-moving second period. No goals in the second frame. We stay locked at 2-1 with 20 minutes left to go in regulation. The Thunder leading the Bulldogs here at the Arrington Ice Arena by 1 as we head to the third period. Bulldogs, you see the shots up on the board. It's 23-10. They've been shooting great. The rebounds have been there, but they just can't find a way to cash it home if they're going to turn that around for the third period and try and regain a lead. What do you think their key to the game is going to have to be?
Every statistical category is close for these teams right now. It just seems to be that aspect of luck that's in every sporting game we play. And as of right now, luck is flowing in favor of the Thunder. Adrian has to find a way to do the little things right. You can't control luck, but you can control the little things, and the little things can lead to better things falling in your favor or luck.
Good habits and good practices on the ice will typically tend to good things, as you're mentioning, Sean, and maybe a little bit of puck luck along the way. So the Bulldogs have 1 to tie this game as they look to play catch-up. Alex Herman and Sean Whitmer up here in the booth will step aside just for a bit. Third period coming up at the Arrington Ice Arena. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics. Brought to you by Adrian College Television. Follow us on social media to be connected to the latest broadcasts, news, highlights, and more. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. ACTV's social media handle is at Adrian College TV on all platforms. Thank you to all of our fans who tune in to support us at ACTV.
You stand today, students, on the threshold of a magical time in your life. A time of significant growth, introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time that you will always look back on as special years. Never experienced before you arrived today and never replicated after you graduate.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
You have earned the right to be here through endless nights of studying, testing, writing, and dedication to learning. The diploma you will receive symbolizes your efforts and distinguishes you as a highly educated person, learned in the arts and sciences, and prepared for a life of achievement and great accomplishment.
Now, as you face the world outside this academic haven, the concept of courage must not be left behind in your textbooks. It should be as alive in you today as your ambition to change the world for the better.
We were all born to be a Bulldog. Life drew us to this school, these people, and this tiny town. You were meant to be here to make a difference and to grow within yourself for the better. But what does it mean to truly be a Bulldog? Well, to scratch the surface, the students of Adrian College are anything but ordinary. The pride, grit, perseverance, and passion is absolutely unmatched. Good luck and congratulations, class of 2024. And know that today is yet another Bulldog victory.
Hi, I'm Aubrey Morgan, the current student government president here at Adrian College. I chose Adrian College because of the campus size. Campus feels like a fun, energetic community where everyone knows each other. If you want to see what Adrian has to offer for you, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Welcome to Adrian, Michigan. We're located in a proud college town. Adrian College is situated just 45 minutes from Ann Arbor, Detroit, and Toledo. We're very excited to show you just a little bit of what AC has to offer. This is the gateway to our campus. Welcome to the place that we believe will change the rest of your life. AC features one of the most well-rounded educational experiences in the country. We offer over 60 different academic majors and 10 academic institutes, as well as dozens of student organizations. Year after year, we've been ranked as one of the nation's best colleges, including being one of the most innovative institutions in the U.S. for our medical programs. Our campus is simply beautiful. Our student-to-faculty ratio is an incredible 13-to-1. That means more attention for you and a much better overall learning environment. We know how to put together an education that is life-changing, and these are just some of the highlights. From our communication arts program, to our many performing arts, to the home of business on campus, to our sciences and medical studies, we have the spaces where you can grow into the professional that you want to become. Our first-year student experience is award-winning. You'll make lifelong friends here, meet mentors, and maybe even meet that special someone. The Kane Student Center is open 24 hours a day, and there's a lot going on here. The Bulldog Beanery has all of your hot drinks. Pause and Go is our on-campus convenience store. The bookstore is where you'll get all of your Bulldog gear, and you can just hang out and study in the skyboxes. Not far away is the Shipman Library. The Shipman has quiet, relaxing spaces for you to study in. You can check out books from thousands of libraries around the country, and the Shipman is open 24 hours as well for your convenience. There are hundreds of learning opportunities on campus. In addition to the arts and beautiful facilities, Adrian College is known for its athletic programs. There is nothing like a Saturday game day here in Adrian. The Bulldog football team are 11-time MIAA champions. At Docking Stadium, fans watch soccer, lacrosse, football, and more. Just a few hundred yards away, Adrian College's basketball teams compete. In addition to basketball, fans can enjoy wrestling, acro and tumbling, and volleyball here. We also have a state-of-the-art weight room available to all of our students. When things heat up too much on campus, you can cool off with our ice sports. Our NCAA ice hockey teams are constantly battling in the national playoffs. Just a quick walk down the service drive, we feature one of the best baseball and softball programs in the nation at our level. Soon you'll be able to cross the street and watch men's and women's rugby take to the pitch as well. Our rowing, crew, and top-ranked bass fishing programs compete out of the Adrian College Boathouse, a gorgeous facility just a 15-minute drive north on Devil's Lake. Our students know how to relax in their downtime. When they're not out and about, we have dozens of housing options on campus. With apartments right in the mix of things, you can pick what works best for you. We've also recently renovated a few of our housing options. Adrian College is a Methodist-affiliated institution that has been changing lives since 1859. The modern liberal arts education offered by our faculty is unrivaled. We can't wait to have you on campus and show you around. Visit adrian.edu to schedule a full campus visit today. We'll see you soon.
Are you looking to become a future Bulldog and get recruited by Adrian College? Do you display characteristics of tenacity, drive, and determination? With over 50 teams on campus, there are plenty of opportunities to further both your athletic and academic career. For all recruiting inquiries, head to www.adrianbulldogs.com and click on the Recruit Me tab at the top right of your screen. Your future with the Bulldogs is closer than ever.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. "161 years of commitment to harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence."
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
"40 minutes gone, 20 still left to go here at the Arrington Ice Arena. NCHA rivalry matchup on a nice Friday night here in Adrian, Michigan. Alex Herman and Sean Whitmer up here in the booth. It's the Trine University Thunder and the Adrian College Bulldogs. 2-1 still our score through 2 periods. We'll take a look at some stats from 40 minutes.
As we look at the stats, Adrian's leading in shots on goal, and it's the only thing that they've really led in all game, but it's made the game feel like the Bulldogs should be on top. 2 deflections lead to 2 goals for the Thunder, and that's been the story of the day, the deflections, the luck. 22 saves for Wong Ramos so far, and 100% power play percentage for the Thunder, 33% for your Bulldogs. Face-off wins have been close all game. Not a lot has changed through that as we went through the second period without having a lot of face-offs in general. Not a lot of whistles were blown because it was a lot of defensive hockey for the Thunder and the Bulldogs just trying to get another one on the board.
Got to get 1 to tie the game and 2 to take the lead. Bulldogs just trying to figure out a way to beat Christian Wong Ramos. He's come up with some massive stops through 2 periods of play. And the one that he let in, really not his fault at all. It was on a power play, a nice passing play for Riley Murphy as he buried essentially an empty netter. And We're going to start the third period with 59 seconds of 4-on-4 play as Patrick Saney up in the middle with Alexander Babbage. And we have resumed play at the AIA. Quick outlet pass for Josh Wright. Skates around the wing, looking for a wraparound. No shot there. Still circles the zone. Keeps it in the blue line. Loretto taking it away. Now for Saney. A lot of force on that pass, so it bounced off his stick. And the Thunder break it out. Sam Antonucci lifts it off to the side for Babbage. Goes all the way down. Juan Ramos faking a pass at first. Left it for Jeffers. Now it's DiPietro who looks towards the net. Malika taking it away. Goes cross ice for Saney as he crosses over the blue line. Taken out quickly by Jeffers. Saney with a nice hit on the wall. And both teams back to 5-on-5. Amsbaugh out of the box. Malika right behind that puck. There's Matt Kudo. This is pressed to the top of the blue line for Jeffers. And swinging around the zone. Winding up to Marco with a howitzer. That rises over the crossbar. Minute and 30 seconds gone. There's a pickup in the soft area of the ice by Matt Kudo, who lets a backhand go. Lovasek on the wall. Malika gives it away. Play in front. Here's a slap shot. And a good save by Stewart as he hops on top of it. A steamed up Bobby Price slap shot as Stewart gets the rebound.
That's a phenomenal job by Stewart to almost dive out of his paint and get on top of that puck. And he had to do it in a hurry because the Thunder were on their way to get more deflection shot attempts.
Tie up along the faceoff. Will Bowman steps in, has Amsbaugh ahead of him. Elects to go right to him for the pass, but it doesn't go the way they planned. Will Bowman again. Back to Amsbaugh a second time. Doesn't go. Here's a shot from the top. Handcuffs Stewart there. A second attempt. It's behind the net. Nobody can find it. Finally, it's picked up. Julian Jacob trying to create some space. Gets a hand around his shoulder and tumbles to the ice. Top of the circle. There's a chance. Stewart misplayed it, and it went in and out of the glove and just went over the net. Lucky bounce for the Bulldogs that they didn't go straight down. This is slapped at by Sorensen. Bowman overskated. Amsbaugh with the pickup. Gives it to Sorensen. And it's turned over once again. Bobby Price in the slot. Lets a shot go off the knob of Stewart and into the netting. A couple of really good shots to open up the frame for the Thunder.
This has been the biggest period for the Thunder as far as starting out goes. First period, we started out, it seemed like the Bulldogs were jumping on the Thunder. Second period, more of the same. Third period, Bulldogs haven't really shown us much on the offensive end so far.
David Clark gets it. Everybody anticipating what the next play will be. Nienhuis gets around. Skates quickly after it. Had a head of steam, but couldn't make the play. Sending it in is Clark. Worked around for Nienhuis. Pulls up. And it's still lost in the scrum. There's a shot that's blocked by Juan Ramos in front. Nienhuis is there on the doorstep. Loretto scores! Ben Loretto ties it up at 2. Gutsy play from Ben Loretto as the Bulldogs stayed on top of it. There was a loose scramble in front. Juan Ramos never saw it. And that's a great play from Adrian College to get this back to a square game.
That's Ben Loretto's 4th goal on the year. And we talked about the goal earlier from Riley Murphy. Felt almost like an open net. from where Juan Ramos was, that was not an open net. That one was buried home right past Juan Ramos.
So a 2-2 game now with 16 minutes left to go in the third. And a good hot start for the Bulldogs, looking to try and build some momentum after a hard first and second period. So go around the way. Malika can't get there. Stands like a statue as he picks it off. Here's Anthony Malika. Takes a look, lets a shot go. Escorted into the netting by Juan Ramos.
Going back to that last goal, Loretto was in the right place at the right time, which is a lot of what we've seen from the Thunder in this game. It's been right place, right time over and over again. This is the first time the Bulldogs have been in the right place at the right time, and they capitalized perfectly on it.
This is tied up along the wall, and Juan Ramos with a one-handed pass. How about that? This is turned away, played towards the feet of Summers. Lovasek in hot pursuit. Saucers it around. Juan Ramos off the glass and out. Julian Jacob on possession. It's tipped at the blue line. Now getting it is Henry. This is all the way down for icing as 15:33 left to go. Ben Loretto, the sophomore from Mississauga, Ontario, gets the equalizer at 2, and Mississauga, Ontario, sure, far ways away from here. Some of these Adrian parents coming from afar. Perfect time to shout out our sponsor, Carlton Lodge. If you're visiting Adrian, the Carlton Lodge has got you covered, just minutes away from campus. It's a perfect place to stay, comfortable rooms, great service, and close to everything you need. So book your stay today at carltonlodge.com. Ryan Patosha off to the wing, and Amsbaugh opens up, has Patosha in the middle for Loretto, and it jumped over his blade at the last second. Patosha off the boards. Amsbaugh to Patosha. They lost it. Here come the Thunder. Good poke check. Amsbaugh tried to keep it going. So we'll get rimmed around the boards. Stopped promptly behind Juan Ramos. Coughed up. Here's Nienhuis. Went to rip a shot and he broke his stick in half. The force from Juan Ramos. He'll get a stick from Johnny Costello, head equipment manager on the bench, and the Thunder are going to get a power play here. Looks like Anton Sorensen's going to go to the box. I didn't see what the signal was. Let's see what it is. It is a tripping call, and this will give room for the Thunder for another power play.
Mentioned in the second period, it almost feels like the refs are swallowing their whistle at times. And then it also feels like they're blowing the whistle for some ticky-tack and some good calls.
It's hard to see through the thick of things what had happened, but officials saw something as this shot is skyrocketed into the netting. Sean Henry put it into the uprights. 9 seconds will get killed off of the power play. And we'll take the face-off again to our right. It is Michael DiPietra and Patosha who wins it back. Here's a long clearance all the way into the bench of the Thunder. And I believe that will keep the face-off in the offensive zone.
And that's fortunate for the Bulldogs, or for the Thunder, mind you, that they get to keep that face-off in their offensive zone. This is how they scored both of their goals, was starting from a face-off in the offensive zone.
Top of the circle. Here's a shot from in tight. Stewart with the save, gets the glove on top of it as he'll hold on. There was some open space there for the Thunder. And Stewart shuts the door.
That's a great job by Stewart, doing everything he can to stop the Thunder from getting another goal to fall off a faceoff.
Trine will set up in zone once more. Escorted off to the top. Tim Organ. They work it over and they score. Logan Verstena on the power play. And again, the Thunder regain their goal lead.
It's another one off of the faceoff, and it's a good job just making that extra pass, cross the crease. Verstena's there. He buries it home for his 5th goal on the season.
Verstena was lost behind the Adrian defenses, and the Bulldogs caught puck watching once more. 14:01 left to go in the third. And again, the Bulldogs will have to find some magic to try and tie this game up. They kick it back off the face-off. The Thunder are 2 for 2 on power plays today. There's a long shot, just goes wide. Loretto looks to throw it on net. It's blocked and turned over. Here's a speeding play from DiPietra as it's lost on the dot. Saney caresses it along the wall, gets taken out by Kyle DeMarco. There's Luke Verstena with the last goal, lost it there in the slot. Back for Sean Henry, off the boards. And it's locked in front of the scorers table. Jacob will skate back with it. Has pressure in front of him from Cooper. Saney's shot was blocked easily by Josh Wright. Good poke check from Alec Lovasek to get it loose. Skating play by Cooper, taken away by Jacob. As Summers stretched up towards the blue line. They gain the zone, and there's a penalty on the play. And everybody tangled up in the corner. Ian Amsball is separated from everybody. Hooking is the call, but who is it against is the question. Dershawn Stewart went back to the bench, and it's going to go against Bobby Price. We'll see if we can catch it here on the replay as he's there in the slot. And I'm not sure where it had happened, but nonetheless, the Bulldogs back to the power play the 4th time today, and they try and even the game up. It's 5-on-4, Frank Tefelsky, Riley Murphy, Brad Summers the forwards, Ian Amsball, and David Clark on the blue line. Clark handles, Amsball. Down low for Summers, back for Clark, no shot. Bounced off the stick of Amsball, can't control it. Taken the other way by Antonucci. Takes his time with the puck and lifts it into the netting. This will freeze play. 17 seconds gone by, so the faceoff will be at center ice.
Bulldogs have to do everything they can to capitalize with 1:42 remaining in this power play.
Summers pushes the faceoff back for Amsball. Clark to Tefelsky, who's met with some good defense. Clark passes for Amsball, saucers to the corner, outstretched with the stick was Summers, couldn't get there in time. Works back to the wall, Amsball from the outside. Over for Clark. Summers lays into one. Pad save by Juan Ramos. It's cleared. Stewart will come out to stop it and leaves it for Clark, who had overskated it. Thought that Stewart was going to pass it, but decided not to. Clark with a back pass for Summers. Almost lost it. Worked over the blue and around the boards. Amsball in front. Gets a stick check from Long Ramos. Clark from deep to Amsbaugh. Steps in. No shot. Here's Clark. Back for Amsbaugh. Holding the outside. Summers lets a shot go. It's blocked. Got right in front of that one. No fear was Lem Vardy. And the Thunder on the bench love it. Bulldogs can't find the right lanes that they're looking for on the past couple of power plays. The defense from Trine has been really, really difficult to beat as there's 15 seconds left on the penalty. Anthony Malika. Here's Saney on the right wing. Back. Patosha. Oh, what a save, but they score! Somehow it squeaked through, and Ryan Patosha, with 2 seconds left to go on the power play, gets this game tied at 3. I thought that Juan Ramos got this because I heard the pad make a stop. You'll see it there, went for the pad stack, and it just got through. Puck luck, as we alluded to before, helping out the Bulldogs, and 10:38 left to go in the third. Back to 3-3. How about that? Here's a breakaway quickly the other way for Babbage. Lets it go over the glove of Stewart. Bulldogs wanted an interference call on Trine, as he never touched the puck before his zone entry. Intensity really starting to pick up, and you can feel everybody clenching together here at the AIA. Bulldogs have only led one time in this game, and it was off the stick of Riley Murphy early on in the first period. Since then, they've had to fight their way back in. Through the middle is Sean Henry. Softly played down low, tangled by Price. Long shot deflected in front. Stewart never saw it. Might have hit somebody's knee. There's a long drive from the point, tipped up into the netting. We'll get a whistle. 9:30 left to go in the third period.
That was a phenomenal goal by Patusha, and his 7th on the season, giving him a total of 15 points.
Ryan Patosha with some big points this season. Had a overtime winner earlier on in the year, and some other big goals to help through this season and seasons prior as well. Had a big goal in the NCAA tournament just a few short years ago. Here's Anthony Malika. His shot blocked and taken away. With speed, here's Antonucci. Clark has to catch him and forces him to the faceoff. They play it wide, intended for Blanchard, but it bounced off his skate blade. Here's Lovasek with a rush. Crosses over the red line, now the blue line, and checked off possession. Max Marquette with a breakout pass into the body of Hill. Swinging it back for Bowman was Jacob. Patosha fires around the boards. Juan Ramos hard off the glass. It'll get out. Jacob has to skate back, almost turn the puck over for Finn. And again, this is sent in. Another forehand pass around the glass, but this time it'll stay in from Julian Jacob. They play it hard in the skates. Will Bowman has to circle back, lets it go around the glass a third time. And another forehand pass by Juan Ramos. It's like Groundhog Day for the same play. Ben Loretto hits up Amsbaugh, clunks off his stick. Forced out, Loretto has to dump it back, bouncing on nets. Juan Ramos toes it aside, and now the Thunder look to break out. Verstena coughed it up for Loretto. Loretto goes across the way for Clark. Gains the blue, checked into the glass. Nienhuis poked it free. Murphy bounced off his stick. Saney chops at it, and sweeping it is Juan Ramos. Riley Murphy, cartwheel position as he got checked off the puck. There's a bad turnover. Nienhaus gets to it, lets a shot go, and it's up into the netting. So we'll take the face-off with 7:07 left to go here in the third period. 3-3 for those of you tuning in just now. Alex Herman, Sean Whitmer up here in the booth. Ryan Patosha with the last goal on the power play. Patrick Saney and Anthony Malika get the helpers. And this has been an interesting one from the AAA, and some delay on the face-off. It looked like Sam Antonucci had pulled up as the puck was being dropped, and now he's thrown out of the circle for Tyler Blanchard. Puck picked up by DiPietra, fought for in front of the Thunder bench. It pops over the head of Connor May as he tipped it down through his legs. Josh Wright fires all the way down. Anthony Malika right there, takes a shove from Blanchard. Now here's Connor May working through, a nice move. Connor May is loose, backhand, stopped by Juan Ramos. Oh, it was just too far out of reach for him to get a quality shot. Kudo fakes it. Here's Malika. May tees it up. Stopped by Juan Ramos. And the net is pushed off the pegs as Tyler Fox might be getting a call here, as roughing is the signal. And yes, it looks like Tyler Fox to the box for roughing. I'm sure that it's probably the play where he ties up his man right there. And you see immediately after the arm goes up, and Daft Punk's one more time trying to encourage the Bulldogs to get one more goal.
That was Trine skating in aggressively to make that play, and those are the plays we've talked about this game.
Here's Amsball. Oh, a great save. Oh, and another shot just goes wide. Juan Ramos sprawled out. They just had to shoot it. Amsball off for Summers. Clark back for Summers, walking in. It's tipped away. Clark will keep it going. Amsball back for Summers. Plays the bouncing puck. Clark back for Summers. Steps in. Lets it go wide of the blocker. Amsball, no angle. Back to the top as Clark tapped his stick. Amsball back to Summers at the left blue. No shot for him. Backhand pass. Here's Clark. Shooting. Scores! David Clark on the power play. The Bulldogs get the 4-3 lead with 5:40 left to go in the third.
It was a phenomenal job by the Bulldogs offense, just playing in the offensive end so well, and Clark's going to rifle that one from a little bit deeper than we've seen so far in this game. He still buries that one home with ease.
Looked like Juan Ramos had got a piece of it, but not enough, as it was not flush in the netting. And it finds its way behind him, and the Bulldogs back on top for the first time since the first period. Things ramping up to 100. As there's not a lot of time left here in regulation. Clarkie to Kudo around the boards. They lost it. There's a shot. It's blocked. Connor May. Puck on one hand as he plays it back for Kudo. Stretch pass. Looking for Sorensen. Just too far ahead of him, but they touched it, so play will continue. Sorensen with a good takeaway, trying to feed the middle. This is banked off the glass. Great play by Jacob as he sends a shot on, and it just goes wide. Jacob has been a rock at that right point of keeping pucks in. He'll do it again. There's a shot tipped on by Amsbaugh. Got a piece of it. Here come the Thunder the other way. Josh Wright is in. Stewart will scoop it up. And they'll get the whistle. 4:27 left to go in the third period.
That previous goal for David Clark, only his second goal on the season, and what a time to scratch that mark as it gives the Bulldogs the lead.
David Clark, the 6'1", 180-pound freshman from Tecumseh, Michigan, played his junior hockey in his last season of eligibility with the Janesville Jets in the North American Hockey League. For some nice Tier 2 play. There's a quick shot in front. The rebound was there. And again, everything taking funky kicks in front of Dershawn Stewart. He's got to clear guys out as this is forced into the netting by Brad Summers. We'll take another whistle, and it looks like Trine will make a line change in the process.
Those are the exact same types of plays we've seen Trine capitalize on in the first period that they didn't capitalize on there, and they haven't really capitalized on since.
Defensive zone draw for the Bulldogs. Summers looks to win it back. He does. Price with a shot. Just goes wide. And again, deflected into the netting for a second time. Tyler Fox and Brad Summers again in the face-off. Fox is thrown out for Drew Welsh. A good face-off win. As running into the net there is Bobby Price. This will force the face-off, I believe, out of the zone. So fortunate for Adrian College.
Price is going to be kicking himself on that. He was just skating, and it looked like he wasn't paying attention to where he was going, and by the time he looked up in front of himself, he was skating directly into the side of the net.
It's hard, too, to knock the pegs off its moorings for these NCAA games. Our ice staff here at the AIA do a great job. They do the same thing that the NHL and other professional leagues do, where they actually physically drill into the ice and they have an extended peg that gets put into the frozen surface. Loretto looking like he's drawing with Oregon from the Thunder. Lovasek now the choice for the face-off. Ties up. This is spun for Tefelsky. Plays it off the boards. Rocketed high off the glass. It'll stay in. Nice hit by Tefelsky along the wall. Drew Welsh repositioning a pass for Tim Organ as he rips it around the lane. Stopped behind the net. Now will slowly creep up the wall. Directed on goal for Stewart. As he paddled down, stopped it. Josh Wright, no shot there. Summers up the boards, trying to get out. Nobody can work it free. As finally it's loose, it'll stay in. Lovasek gloves it down. Redirected to the corner. Clark takes a hard hit in the back. Clean play nonetheless. Welsh stepping up. There's a point drive from Henry. This will go off the glass and down. Rolling on edge. Juan Ramos with a quick feed upwards for Blanchard as both sides were changing. .235 left to go here in the third period. Bulldogs with a 4-3 lead. There's a shot from the point, tipped in front. Now in the slot, they pick it up. It's Nienhaus was able to clear it out. It'll just barely get over the blue line and force back the other way. And fresh off the bench, Lemvardi taken out by Nienhaus. Here's Murphy, who takes a quick look. Feeds it towards the boards, and Malika will dump it back the other way. Jack Cooper with some moves, taken down. Lifted all the way out. This might be on net, but not the legs for icing. Back the other way, and a bad pass for the Thunder is awarded in an icing call for the Bulldogs. 1 minute and 44 seconds left to go in the third.
The fans have really filled up the Arrington Ice Arena, and a lot of fans are actually standing behind Dershawn Stewart. Those are Trine fans, and they're chirping him. They're chirping the refs to get calls. They're doing everything they can to swing this game in their favor.
Thunder are going to take a timeout here with 1 minute and 44 left to go. So we'll take a quick step aside for a timeout break and be back in a second. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
This is the Arrington Bookstore at Adrian College, the place to get game day ready, represent your clubs and organizations, and be Bulldog proud. With a wide selection of merchandise and a smile at every visit, stop by inside the Kane Student Center to pick up your Adrian College wares and make it another great day to be a Bulldog.
Not a whole lot of time left in regulation between these two bitter rivals, Trine University and the Adrian College Bulldogs, right here from the Arrington Ice Arena. Alex Herman, Sean Whitmer up here in the booth on ACTV. 1 minute and 44 seconds to be exact. The faceoff will be in the offensive zone for Adrian College, and I imagine if the Thunder are able to work it out of the zone, Christian Wong Ramos, who's been stellar today, will look to head to the bench to try and get the sixth attacker out. So we'll see what happens here. Patosha locks up on the faceoff. That'll help a couple of seconds go by. Rimmed out of the zone. Clark plays it, and they couldn't touch up because it would have been offsides. There goes Wong Ramos to the bench. Sixth attacker out. It's Kyle DeMarco. Under 90 seconds in this one. DeMarco, top of the circle. Fed to the point for Babbage. Now in front, bouncing around. No dice there. For Stena. Repositioning again. Amsball tries to slap it out. There's a shot that gets redirected wide. They slap at it. Tied up. And I think a penalty, a slashing call is going to go against Ian Amsbaugh. If there was ever a time to take a penalty, that is not the time you want to take it. And it's not Amsbaugh, it's Anton Sorensen gets called for slashing with 62 seconds left to go in the third. So the only thing that helps the Bulldogs with is that they can just shoot for the empty net without having to worry about the icing. Six on four time, stepping in. There's a shot. Stewart with the save. Great stop on Tyler Blanchard. And we're underneath 60 seconds left. Bill Jones telling the Thunder they can't change. Same power play unit will stay out, +1. Remember, 6 on 4. This is lifted down. This will help because there's no icing. Murphy trying to get there. His empty net shot goes wide. Sean Henry drops back for DiPietra. They try and take it away, but they can't. Here's Josh Wright, down low. Dead angle shot from Blanchard, fanned on. 30 seconds left, tipped into the netting, and we'll get a whistle, 30.5.
let's not forget, Trine coming into this power play, sitting at 2 and 3. We'll see if they can capitalize on this one. Bulldogs looking to hold strong.
This is rolling out over the blue line. Summers off the boards. May trying to stretch to get there. Oh, and it just goes over the net. 18 seconds left. Time winding down. Thunder have to hurry. They skated up the middle. It's Organ. Breaks in. There's a shot deflected. 5 seconds left. Scramble in front. They look for the empty net. It doesn't go, but it doesn't matter. The horn will sound, and the Bulldogs handle the Thunder and win it 4-3 in regulation. What a great way to open up 2025 for the Adrian College Bulldogs. Final shots on the game, 33-18 in favor of Adrian College. Christian Wong Ramos for Trine was stellar. But it's those gritty dogs that find a way to get a win.
We mentioned at the top of this broadcast that whoever loses this game is going to have a sour taste in their mouth because they don't get that revenge opportunity on the next day or 2 days later. They have to wait a month to get that revenge chance. I think in a game this close back and forth, some of these players are going to have that sour taste because they feel like they should have pulled it out, and some of these players are going to feel like they gave everything they had and they just couldn't come away with it.
Next time the Bulldogs and the Thunder see each other, it'll be a nice, loving Valentine's Day showdown on February 14th, 7 p.m. in Angola, Indiana. And then the following day, February the 15th, right back here at the Arrington Ice Arena. Those two games will be NCHA games, but this is a massive, massive win for the Bulldogs as they skate away with this one 4-3. Probably one of the best birthday presents I've got in a while. Happy to see the Dogs get a victory. Any closing thoughts on the evening?
Well, happy birthday from everybody here at ACTV, Herm. And like you said, it's a great birthday present to have. The Dogs win a very tough game and probably the toughest game they're going to have before St. Norbert.
Well, the Bulldogs will definitely have work to do heading into practice next week. They'll be away in Lake Forest, Illinois against Lake Forest College. Those games January 17th at 8 o'clock p.m. and January 18th at 5 o'clock p.m. So from all of us up here in the booth, 4-3 the final score, the Bulldogs over the Thunder. Alex Herman and Sean Whitmer at the Arrington Ice Arena. We'll see you again soon. You've been watching Bulldog Hockey on ACTV.
Bulldog fans, welcome to the home of Adrian College Athletics, brought to you by Adrian College Television.